I want to walk through a tutorial on how to use Wireshark in order to do captures and analyze the traffic that we end up with. So the first thing is we've got Wireshark here in front of us, and I'm running this on a Mac, but the different versions look pretty much the same, whether you're running it on Windows or Mac or Linux. So over here on the left, we've got the capture pane on the main screen. Now, I could use this in order to kick off a capture. So this is the list of interfaces that I've got on the system. And I happen to know this is the interface here that I am connected to the network with at the moment. So if I wanted to kick off a capture, I could just click on this and I would actually start a capture going. You can see I'm already capturing traffic. So up here, we've got a series of icons, and I could use those to control the capture. So right now I just want to stop the running capture because I'm going to show you some other ways to initialize captures or begin captures. So I've got the capture menu here, and if all I had was one interface, I could just click Start. I could also select options, and we could select an interface here and check off different options that I wanted to use. And once I've done setting all of the options, I could just click Start. Now, if you're not really sure which interface that you need to use because maybe you've got multiple interfaces, what I can do is just go to the capture menu again, and I can select interfaces, and I'll start getting a packet count here. Now you'll see all of the interfaces on the system are showing zeros for packet counts except for EN1. And now I could just click Start here and immediately start a capture, or I could click Options if I wanted to set some options. I don't really want to set any options because I just want to start the capture. So I'm going to click Start here, and it's going to ask me whether I want to save the capture that I had just created when I used the capture pane from the welcome screen. I don't want to save that, so I'm going to say Continue without saving. Now we've got a capture going, and you can see this window here, we've got all of the packets that we are capturing. The window below that is the decode portion of the screen that we've got. Now you've got the list of all of the protocols here, starting with the layer 2 protocol, Ethernet in this case, and the layer 3 protocol, which is IP. And as we have different protocols on top of that, you'll see those referenced below IP. In this case, we've got IGMP, which is the Internet Group Management Protocol. Now, at the very bottom, we've got the raw packet. So I can select different portions of the capture here. So I've got the Internet Protocol section, and that is highlighted here at the bottom. If I select the IP, the entire IP header here will be selected below. If I select the Ethernet portion, I will get the Ethernet headers down below. And I can actually select different portions of the header, and it will highlight that section in the raw packet below. So like version 4, you can see it's actually highlighted 1 byte down here. So that's how you would navigate around the main sections of Wireshark. So we've got the list of packets, and I can select any one of them, and I'll get the decode below, and of course the raw packet down below that. Now, what I may want to do is just look at specific types of messages. So like I could do ARP, and I would filter down, because this is my filter expression here, I can filter down and only display ARP messages in my display window here. I can do things like IP.addr, and you can see as soon as I type the dot, it gives me things that I can fill in after IP. So I could do IP.fragments, I could do IP.headerlength, IP.host, IP.id. Any of the fields within IP, I can filter based on. I can filter based on IP address here. And so I'm going to do equals, and when I'm doing matching, I have to do equal because that's how the filter rules work. So I want to do 192.168.1.22, and as soon as I've got a valid filter expression, the box will actually turn green. Before that, it's red saying you don't have a valid filter expression. So I've filtered based on IP address. And now all I'm getting down in the list of packets captured are packets that have either a source or a destination address of 192.168.1.22. So I could actually filter based on a source or a destination address. When I just do IP.addr, I'm getting either source or destination. So once I'm done there, I can actually click clear, and it will go back to showing me all of the messages. So I'm still doing a packet capture here, and I'm actually going to stop it at this point. I could save this into a capture file. And in order to save it, I have to give it a name, and I can select all of the packets that have been captured. In this case, that's 1,281. Or I could do selected packets. So if I had multiple packets that were selected based on some criteria, so I could actually just select some packets that were based on a particular traffic flow, for example. I could follow a UDP stream. And now I've got some packets here, and I could actually save the selected packets that were displayed, and I could save that. So there are a number of different ways that I could save this packet capture. So there are a lot of different capabilities that Wireshark has, from statistics to different ways of looking at packet captures with regards to voice over IP telephony. I can do some analysis and look at different streams in the conversations that we've got. I can do decoding as specific protocols if the decode hasn't done the right thing based on the port that is used. And I can do different types of views. I could zoom in if I want to see it larger. I could colorize conversations. So you can see that Wireshark has a lot of capabilities. And we've looked at just really some of the basics and really just scratching the surface of what Wireshark is capable of. But at its very core, we've got the capture window here where we've got the list of all of the packets that have been captured, the number of the packets in order, and the time that they were captured, starting from a 0 point where we began. So the very first packet is at time 0, and then we're calculating from that point the number of seconds down to microseconds that we've been capturing. And of course, you can see very clearly we've got source, destination, protocol length, and the information about the packet. So that's Wireshark in just a very brief nutshell, the basics of doing packet